ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ransford Oval for round 4 of the International Cup for season 2017. It is the Canadian North Wind up against the Nauru Chiefs, and we're just seeing the toss of the coin with Canada winning the toss through Jacob Martin, and he's going to kick down to the right of screen to the southern end of Ransford Oval here at Royal Park in Parkville. Brendan Rhodes with you, and it's also a very good morning to Xavier Maloney.
Thanks, Brendan. Great to be here. Beautiful Melbourne winter's day, and we're also joined on special comments by Nish Moses. Welcome, Nish.
Thanks, Dave. Should be a great game. Both countries 2-1, so it should be a cracking contest in the last round of matches before finals.
2 losses and one win. Yeah. So looking to get themselves up the table into the classification games. Unfortunately, both of them out of the hunt for the grand final at the MCG, but we'll definitely be looking to finish off this competition well. Canada had a victory over Great Britain in the second game down in Officer. I saw that one last week, so it was a really brave effort after they lost their captain Jim Mortel to a knee injury in the second quarter of that game to fight it out and get the victory. Nauru, a couple of early losses, but got themselves on track with a big win in round 3 on Saturday, so they'll have their confidence up and be ready to go.
I think the conditions as well might suit Canada a bit. They might want to try and use their contested footy a lot more, and Nauru might try and get out and spread out a contest and use their run a lot more. So it should be an interesting game. Hopefully the weather stays okay and we're set for a cracking contest.
It's overcast and there is supposed to be weather around, but as Nish said, hopefully it stays away. As the umpire puts the ball up in the air to start the game, it's one down by White for Canada. Trying to work his way through was Aspel, couldn't do so. Here's a chance now for the Nauruans, the Chiefs. Left behind there by Grundler. Quick kick towards half forward for Canada. Only going as far as Tassini. He kicks towards half forward. It's picked up for Nauru there by Halangi. He kicked back towards centre wing. White, great pick up at the bootlaces. He just bombs it inside forward 50. Almost the mark. Was he dealt with there? Looked like Nash. Play on was the call. Knocked aground by Graham. Still a chance for Canada. Out the back it came. Nash snap around the corner. Just off target and through for one behind. Canada on the board first in the first minute, one behind. Nauru yet to score.
Nash has been good the last few games, kicked a lot of goals up forward, so he's a bit of a goal sneak, so one to watch out for today.
And he likes engaging with the crowd too, Nish, so keep an eye on that.
There we go.
So the Chiefs to kick it back in. Tried to play on there, but didn't kick it to himself, so the umpire's going to ball it up at the top of the square. So Canada deep in attack with the ball up. Chance to score here again.
Jose Weber, they can make those mistakes, unfortunately, at International Cup level.
So ball in dispute. The Chiefs are the first to gather it. Handball comes out. Nauru now to try and ball smothered. Can't exit their defensive 50, and the ball will run over the line for a boundary throw-in.
So boundary throw-in. We are about 30 metres around from the Canadian goal. They've done all the attacking in the first minute or so. One behind on the board so far. One down by Nauru. Trying to go through was Lund. That was a great smother. Picked up by Vorbak for Nauru. Couldn't get it away. Now charging out of defence. It looked like Halangi. He kicked back towards the halfback flank. White over the ball there. It was Hiram for Nauru. Couldn't break clear. Eventually it was taken by Grundler, who fed the hand pass back. Now to Hiram, who just bombed it on the boot into the centre of the ground. Batsua dropped the mark, had time to recover. Hand pass went through the legs of Agagio. Still the Chiefs work their way through. Kick towards half forward. Here's a chance now for the running player in Tatum. Got a hand pass off. Hiram has been lively early. Kicks inside forward 50. Knocked away by Brancati. Ground level ball. Here's a chance for Deporne, but it's well chopped off. And it'll be taken away by Lund.
Nauru worked that well out of the back line there. Managed to spread out of the contest and create some space, which is great to see.
So Canada now inside their forward 50, not quite, just at the top of the forward 50 in front of the old Ransford Oval scoreboard now. About to kick deep inside. He goes short, sort of a 25, 30 metre pass, but intercepted there by Nauru, and the Chiefs will rebound pretty quickly. That kick, unfortunately, out of bounds on the full, so Canada will take the free kick.
Yeah, just a rush kick out of the zone, wasn't it, without any real system to it.
So Hiram's been prominent early there, intercepting that. So Canada go deep inside their 50, but the ball goes over the ground, over the boundary, and the umpire will throw it in deep inside Canada's forward 50.
Very congested up forward there, isn't it, Zave? So hopefully we can find some space, Canada, here.
So opportunity here for the Canadians to score again. They've had the majority of the play so far. Ball's thrown in. Good ruck contest. Ball spills forward. It's the Chiefs who gather it through the ruck. Handball's clear. Kick over the shoulder, just a short one. So they exit the forward 50 now, but Canada to rebound pretty quickly. Kicks a long ball inside their 50. The Chiefs can't quite mark it. Ball spills on the ground again. It's Nauru who are there. They've got the numbers. Short little kick. It's going to work, and Nauru now maintain possession of the ball, try and exit, but that's going to go over the boundary for another throw in front of the Rampsford Oval scoreboard.
They had the numbers back, didn't they, Nish? 3-1 in the goal square. Jose Wepper it was who cleared it.
Just needed to get that out of space there. Just needed to get that through their back 50, and they were on there, Nauru.
So boundary throw in is a bit short, but I think there's a hold in the contest. No, it's been recalled. So the Rucks will do it again. Trent Loosemore for Canada up against Jenky Jeremiah for the Chiefs. Loosemore won it down. That's a great tap. Trying to work through was Lund. Couldn't do so. Taken away by the Nauruans through Moses. Got a hand pass over the top. Bit of pace for DePorno, who couldn't break clear. Agagio dispossessed. Diving into the contest again was Daniel. Finally, the quick kick away for Nauru came from Moses. Up towards the wing, and they can build from here. This is Batsua. Kicks towards half forward. This is DePorno running onto the football. Was he pushed? Umpire says no. It's out of bounds, and we'll have a throw in about 40 metres around from the Chiefs' goal.
Nauru just pushed up the ground a bit too far then. They didn't have anyone in their forward 50 when they were leading in, so hopefully they can restructure a bit next time moving into their forward line.
So boundary throw in now. Chiefs forward 50. Ball spills over the back. No contest there, but the Nauru pick it up, and that'll be over the shoulder, and a free kick there for the Chiefs. So their first shot on goal for today. So the Chiefs will have a shot from around 40 metres out. Handball's off quickly. Quick play on. Big, long ball, but can't quite judge the breeze.
Moses, he just misses that, doesn't he, Zove?
So both teams just struggling with the wind at the moment. Canada to kick back in.
I don't think Donatello Moses actually realised it was coming to him. He just wandered past the teammate with the ball, which was Batsua, and the next thing you know, the handball's come to him. He had to flying kick on goal. It's to the wing now for the North Wind. Trying to charge through was Agagio, left the footy behind, slapped up. Was that legal? No, it was a throw. So a free kick to the Chiefs will be taken by Agagio. He goes short, and it'll be turned over. Good mark taken there for Canada. Playing on inboard towards centre half forward. The target is Nash, but he's been beaten for it in the contest by Aguirre, who plays on quickly, brings it to the broadcast position. Good mark back with the flight of the ball taken by Hiram. I like the way he started his game. Kicks into the centre circle. The Chiefs can work their way forward through Batsua. Just behind the centre circle is Mallinson Batsua. Plays on, steps around his man Loosemore, runs through the circle, kicks towards forward 50. Slipping over at the crucial stage. Looked like Reynolds, and the mark is taken by Daniel right at the top of the 50. Daniel loads up towards the top of the goal square. Fly from the back from Nauru. Front and centre, Oppenheimer. Snap around the corner. It's a pretty fair effort. Just too much hook on it. And through for one behind.
Great spoil then from the Canada big man, trying to spoil it to the boundary line. Just fell short. Managed to actually have a snap, but it was great footy sense to be able to spoil to that boundary line.
Kaisam Tatum attacked the pack from the back too for the Chiefs.
So we're almost 8 minutes in. No goals on the board yet. So it's Canada, long ball outside of their defensive 50. So it's Klein, who now kicks long ball up to the wing. No one can get their hands on it. The fist back, fist over there for Canada. Quick play on. Kicks into an empty forward 50, but that's going to go over the boundary. And that's actually out of bounds on the fall. So the Nauru Chiefs will take the ball in their back pocket.
A great tap on by Loosemore. Unfortunately, Tassini couldn't get the kick right.
So straight into the man there. Ball smothered, so it'll be a... No, he won't. No, he's...
No, it is a throw in, yeah. He isn't quite aware of it
he's
yet.
going to get another crack at it there, but it's not. The boundary umpire will throw that in front of the pavilion.
Well done by Adam Nash. Got the smother. Managed to lock the ball in for Canada. The tap in, Loosemore won it down. Oh, it was left behind by Jose Wepa. Quick snap out of the pack for Canada. And it's through for one behind. Was that Loosemore, the big man, the ruckman?
That was Hobbs that had that shot then, I think. Just
looked down for half a second, and the next thing you know, there's a shot on goal.
Great goal sense. He knew exactly where it was, picked up the footy in one step and managed to have a shot, but unfortunately just missed.
So 2 behinds each as Wepa, Jose brought it in. The mark was dropped by Hiram, creates the pressure.
Unlucky.
And it goes over the line for a throw in.
As soon as Nauru have gotten out, they've managed to really get some runs. So I think Canada trying to keep it in close, trying to keep it contested. We've seen Nauru, as soon as they get out, they're really getting the run off the half-back line.
The Islander pace is already showing up, Definitely. Isn't it?
So Nauru, Cam there gathers front and centre through that contest, exits the forward 50, defensive 50, sorry. Ball spilled. It's Nauru again with their hands on the footy. What will they do here? Gets a quick handball, but under pressure there, Nauru, so good pressure from Canada, and there'll be another throw-in, so that breeze pretty strong. We're going to see a lot of the play out the far side of the ground. So the throw-in on the forward 50 for Canada. Contest goes up. Good ruck work there from Canada. Belts it forward. So it's Nauru who gets the hands on it, only give it back. Now Nauru. They'll kick through the middle of the ground. Canada have the numbers here, and a good mark there through Canada. Will now quick play on Duggan, but turns it over again. So it's the Nauru Chiefs that intercept the mark. So there's been a few turnovers for both teams. So Nauru have the ball across their half-back line. He kicks to the far wing. Canada, good defence, good spoil. Belts it forward into open space, and it's Nauru. Great contest. Good body work there, but Canada get their hands up. Only to give it back to Nauru. The short little kick, and Canada will mark on the half-forward flank.
Repeated entries here from Canada. They've just got to keep getting it in there and it will pay off eventually.
Big man White kicks in towards the pocket. It's over the head of Nash. Ground level ball. Unable to gather it was Reynolds. It'll be taken away by Hiram. Gets the hand pass over the top. Adiang towards the wing. Almost the mark by Tatum. It was a good spoil put on by Adair. Creates a chance for Canada. Knocked away from Loosemore. Out the back it goes. Lund fed it back through to Adair. He couldn't break a clear possession. Tapped over the top. Hiram through traffic. Wera kicks it up in the air towards the wing. There's a block here. Clear block, and the free kick will go to the big man, the full-back playing up the ground at the moment, Gino Brancati. He's a tower of strength in defence for the Northwind. He kicks it in towards forward 50. Mark was dropped by Aguirre. Snap around the corner quickly. Ooh. Was quite close. It was a good effort from Graham, but it's through for one behind. And the score, well, it's a soccer score at the moment. It's 3-2 in favour of Canada after 12 minutes.
So it's the Chiefs now. Kick it back in again. They'll go the far side in front of the Ransford Oval scoreboard.
He's out of the square this time.
Has blown his whistle.
Yep, he's made the other mistake. The first time forgot to kick it to himself. The second time he's put his foot on the line. So just a little bit of instruction needed from the coaching staff there of Nauru.
Sure, they'll address that at quarter time. So it's another throw in deep inside Canada's forward 50 here. It's the Chiefs to get the hand on it. Good tap out into space. The pack forms. It's the Chiefs to get the hand. It spills out. And he's paid holding the ball. He's pretty hot there.
There you go.
And Canada will have a shot. This could be the first goal of the quarter. Hobbs has the ball. Around 25 metres out.
Got to watch out for this wind a bit here. Bit of a tough decision there for him. A bit of quick decision by the ump.
And another point there for Canada. So scoring proving to be difficult here. First quarter, Ransford Oval. And it's the Chiefs to kick it back in again. Let's see if he can execute this one. A couple of mishaps this quarter. He might take the long option this time, and he does, to the far side. That's a great kick. Kicks it outside the 50. Nauru can't quite get their hands on it, and that'll go over the boundary for a throw-in.
Yeah, David Adiang taking over the duties from Jose Weber that time. The runner did go sprinting out about the time of that holding the ball decision, so the move looks like it's been made. Boundary throw-in, forward 50 for the North Wind. Ball to ground, White went through traffic. Good hand pass over the top, releases Tama Jeremiah. Got a little hand pass through. That should be a free kick to Moses for the Chiefs. It was pushed in the back by Mike Aspel.
He's had a bit of it this quarter, Moses.
He has Moses. Kicks up towards centre wing. Play on's the call. Away go Nauru through the centre of the ground. The bounce didn't come back, but still able to recover and kick inside 50. Oh, that's a terrific lead. A beautiful kick to advantage. And the mark taken for Nauru, 35 metres out, not that far off, directly in front. And it'll be a shot on goal for Bronco Diedeneng. And he knows where they are too. He's kicked 4 in 2 games so far in this tournament.
Forward line just sort of opened up for Diedeneng then, didn't he? He just sort of had the space and managed to take a really, really good contested mark.
Plays for the Roos back home in Nauru. Bronco Diedeneng kicks on its way. It's a pretty good effort. It's over the post.
I think that was just that wind taking that across.
Just grabbed it at the last second, didn't it? So another behind on the board. It's 4-3 in favour of Canada. 14 and a half gone in the first quarter.
Left-hand goalpost needed there, but he nearly snuck that through. So it's Canada again from their defensive 50. Long ball, outside 50, can't mark. Nauru Chiefs gather it. Great handball back and good kick sideways to the top of the 50. Big, long bomb here. This could be the first goal. No, it's just a behind.
Moses again.
Seems to be pushing from, I don't know if he's starting the back line, but seems to be pushing up the ground a fair bit. He's already had 2 shots on goal.
Brancati brings it back into play and finds Mickey Burke. Still deep in the back pocket for the North Wind. Burke goes short and wide, just inside the line, Brassington. CJ Brassington, one of 9 Burnaby Eagles in this team. The kick was touched by the man on the mark in Tatum. Sets up the contest on the wing. Slapped out of there by Reynolds. Little hand pass over the top, Diama. Still with Canada. Quick kick down towards centre wing, right in front of our broadcast position. Nash couldn't get his hands on the ball. Tama Jeremiah stepped around one. Had the presence of mind to touch it on the ground. Got it to Vorbak, who then missed the target with his handball. Up to the task, though, was DePorne. Towards half forward it goes. Picked up now by Wero. That's Gregor. And he was dispossessed, and it's knocked over the line for a throw-in right in front of the telecast position. Just under a minute and a half left in the first quarter, still looking for the first goal.
So a little bit of scrappy play there. Who can get the clearance? Canada get their first hands on it. Can't get the handball out. Good pressure there from the Chiefs. Gets a handball out. It's the Chiefs that'll clear it. Good play. Exits there with another handball. Can't quite gather it. Little toe poke into the middle of the ground. The Chiefs will handball again. Can't quite maintain possession of the ball here, the Chiefs, but now they do. Great little kick there through Agaggio. Only to be turned over. So it's Canada with a long ball trying to use this breeze for the last couple of minutes they've got. So 2-on-1 there. Canada can't quite mark. Inside their 50. Great pressure there from the Chiefs. Good tackle. And no, it wasn't a good tackle. What's he paid that for, Nish?
He's paid it for holding the man. So he didn't have the ball is the decision, just on the other side of the pack.
This is Clay Lund, I think, having a shot from the Delta Bay Hawks.
Yeah, from Vancouver. He's a pretty good footballer. Had a good game against Great Britain in round 2.
Directly in front, about 35 out.
Oh,
well,
give a bloke a rap. Commentator's curse has struck there.
Hit the side of the boot, I think. So has that gone? Yeah, so Nauru's kicking there.
Hit the post, hit the base of the goalpost, probably about a foot up from the ground. So the Chiefs will come out of defence, and the siren will beat them. And it's quarter time without a goal in round 4 action, the final preliminary round of the International Cup. And it is Canada just with the upper hand. In fact, no, they're not. It's 4 behinds each on the board here at Ransford Oval, Royal Park, Parkville. AFL International Cup action. Nish Mosey, Xavier Maloney and Brendan Rhodes with you. No goal kickers to speak of, but Nish, how'd you see the first quarter?
think it was both teams had their opportunities, didn't they? They had their shots on goal and really good play off and managed to actually find some space. So it was even though there was no goals kicked in that first quarter, both teams had their opportunities and just managed to, I guess, unfortunately didn't capitalise for either of them. But it was a really hard-fought game, quarter so far. So really good footy.
Interesting to see how Nauru moved the ball this second quarter. As you said, Nish, they were quite good through the middle of the ground, had some good passages of play, setting up from their defensive 50 to move the ball inside their forward 50. But they did it with short kicks, possession football. So it'll be interesting to see whether they go a bit longer with the breeze, as Canada did. But Canada lost control of the ball when they did that. So
definitely, I guess that'll be a learning for them as they go along. They sort of took a few too many handballs at times and managed to not get the ball in their forward line. And with these conditions, you typically just want to get the ball into the forward line and give your forwards a chance. So I'm not too sure what the address will be from their coach at quarter time, but that might be one of the topics to try and go off. And same with Canada. Canada managed to keep getting it in their forward line. They had repeated entries for a little while, just couldn't really take a strong contested mark. So I don't know if they restructure and send some more tools down there. To hopefully give them a bit of a shot.
Yeah, Donatello Moses and Mikey Hiram, probably the standouts for me for Nauru in that first quarter. Adiang and Agagio also had a fair bit of it, and Adiang down back took over the kick-in duties late in the quarter for Canada. A few good players there. Klein, Brancati held things up. Lund had a bit of it. Nash presented but was unable to really get his hands on the football. And Quinn Hobbs had a bit of it as well as the two big men in White and Loosemore. But it's quarter time. It's 4 behinds apiece, Canada and Nauru. We'll be back in a minute for the second quarter.
Is that all good?
Mitch. Yeah, not bad. You're on. When there's a stoppage, I'll sort of look at you to sort of jump in. And we'd probably go maybe a little bit quicker turnovers. Yeah. So if there's any sort of stoppage, we just automatically. Even if it's like sometimes it might mean we only do a 10-second patch. If it's a long stretch, it'd go a bit longer. But it sort of stops you getting caught over your words a bit if you're calling too long. Because I know I've called with guys before who go for 3 or 4 minutes before they hand it back over. And by the time they get to the end of their stretch, they can hardly get it work.
So even in terms of if there is stoppages and stuff, there's nothing really. It's just contested footy, just sort of.
That's when you can chime in and have a bit of say.
Even if it's nothing too insightful, just sort of.
Just.
Spread through the gap sort of thing.
Yeah, exactly. It's all just about filling in the gaps.
Yeah, okay.
I know I'm mainly a radio caller, so I probably talk a bit too much for television. Sometimes you can have dead air on television, but I'm used to not being allowed to have dead air. So it takes a little bit of getting used to when you switch back to the camera. That's something I've said over 20 years. I've probably only called on telly for about 4 of them.
Good morning. How are you?
The captain's on crutches over there. Back there a second ago, I spotted.
I might give it a half time. I guess when they shut it out, I might get
that obviously offers.
Have you ever interviewed like the coach or anything like that, or?
We haven't. No.
There was a roving might be a nice way.
But I did see last week a couple of blokes running around with a roving mic sticking it into the huddle.
Chat to these guys. Is there a roving mic? It's going to be a half time. Maybe
stick it into the huddle.
Might chat to the coach.
Yeah, if they endorse it. Set for the second quarter of the International Cup Round 4, Canada versus Nauru. 4 behinds each. Both ruckmen missed it. White on the second go, thumped it to half forward. Hiram's had a lot of the footy in the first term. His kick back to the centre circle has been chopped off by White, the big man. Misses Brancati with his handball. Has to go back, and he left the footy behind again. Running through was Moses, who's had a lot of the football early on. Kicks towards centre half forward. Oh, good use of the body by Dedenang, but then he dropped the mark. Hand pass out the back to Porne. They threw it on the boot. That was Grundler, in fact. Kicked towards the pocket. Getting back with the flight of the ball and taking a good mark was Jacob Martin, the captain.
So Canada now across their half-back line. Great mark there from the Chiefs, though, in front of the far Royal Parade side there. So the Chiefs now back to kick inside their 50 off the side of the boot. It's all Canada here. Brancati, that man again. He's had a fair bit of it across the half-back line. Can't quite complete the mark there, Northwind. Plays on quickly. Handball's back now. They've got time and space here, the Canadians, so it's Brancati again. Handball out to no one there, really, so the Chiefs might be able to capitalise on this. Heads towards close to the boundary, taps it back inboard. Canada now close. Can they keep it in? No. Yes, they have, but that will be over the boundary now for a throw-in.
No, it's still in play. It's stayed in.
There. Can't
now, yeah, no, that's fine. I'll take control of it. It rolled all the way around the boundary line for about 10 metres and then was promptly picked up by, I think it was Kennedy, who kicked it over into the car park.
We can already see the game really opening up in this second quarter. I don't know if fatigue's got to starting to get a few of the boys, but a lot more freedom being played with.
Batsua kicks up towards half forward. Canada with all the numbers here. Hobbs threw it on the boot. Wide ball out towards the wing. It's coming straight back in. Oh, a little bit of a bad kick by Halangi. He almost missed his boot. Turnover time. Caught with the footy was Burke. Dispossessed. Worked through was Tatum. Was he grabbed without the football? Yes, he was. The tackle went on too long. And it'll be Kyson Tatum who will line up the goal. 21-year-old from the Bombers of Nauru. And he'll have a shot at goal from about 40 metres out. No real angle to speak of. Yet to kick a goal in the tournament, so he'd love to put one on the board here. Kyson Tatum. Kicks on its way. It's a good-looking strike. It's a very good strike. The Chiefs are on the board early in the second quarter. 1 1/4 minutes. Kyson Tatum kicks his first of the tournament. Nauru 1-4-10. Canada 4 behinds. A terrific kick, Nish Moses.
Great goal then, and we saw their forwards flooding onto the line, but they didn't need him. Great goal by Tatum. He took the wind, he took that into consideration, and he managed to slot it from a pretty far out as well. So great start to this second quarter so far. The game's opened up a bit. A lot more run from both teams. It's just a matter about finding that space, and whichever country can do that the best, I think will capitalise.
So we're back in the middle now. First goal, Chiefs break the duck. Good contest there. Chiefs again get their first hands on the ball. Can't quite gather it. Umpire will pay a free kick there too. So he's in the play, Tatum. He's up and about.
Getting a bit of it.
Kicked his first goal now. He'll kick it deep inside 50 again. It's a long, high ball. Big pack forms. No one can take the mark. Ball spills out. The Chiefs have got the numbers. They get their first hands to it. Just with a little handball towards the boundary. And the boundary umpire will throw it in the Chiefs 50.
They like hiding it in that dead pocket for you, don't they, Xavier? Those people who can't see, we've got in the back of the truck here. The back door is closed to protect against the weather, which we believe is coming. Hand pass or tap out the back came from Tatum, and head down over the football and a high tackle, and Donatello Moses can kick the second goal in just over a minute for the Chiefs, and this will be a perfect start to the second quarter if he can go back and slot this through.
Just got him a bit high then on that tackle. Probably needed to go just a tiny bit lower and went lower and harder, and it would have got him pretty clean. But should be a kickable goal here for Donatello Moses. We've shown him use the footy pretty well across the ground and kick pretty well. So
2 behinds in the first quarter, and now a goal in the second. And the Chiefs skip away. They're 2 goals, 4-16. Canada Northwind 4 behinds. 3 minutes gone, second quarter.
Great start for Nauru in the second quarter.
So the Chiefs, 2 in a row. Definitely the tempo's lifted in this game at the start of the second quarter. So we're back in the middle. Tatum been influential in this quarter. So we'll just wait for the umpires there to resume play again. Great start here from the Chiefs. What can they do? Can they make it 3 in a row? Umpire throws it up. Another good contest. Tatum gets first hands on the ball again. Good handball out from the Chiefs. He just belts it forward. Canada have got the numbers this time, so the ball spills. The kick's smothered, but the Chiefs will gather it again through the middle of the ground. Short little pass to no one. Ball will spill out in front of the Ransford Oval scoreboard. Canada kicks the ball under pressure, and his payday kick down the field, I think, from a late hit.
Adair dumped after he got rid of the footy.
Tatum seems to be giving their midfielders first use of the ball in the ruck there. It's probably affecting a lot more of the game than we think.
It's a key change, isn't it? He didn't go into the ruck at all in the first quarter, and he's really making his presence felt in the first 5 minutes of the second as Batsua tries to step around and does. Kicks up towards half forward. Oh, great spoil by Adair. Got the fist in and thumped it away and over the line for a boundary throw in.
Canada are just going to try and maintain this pressure. The ball's going to keep coming in there, I think, with this wind. They're just going to try and hold on as much as they can these next few minutes.
So Tatum, loose more contest. Tatum works his way to the front of the pack. Ball spilled. He gets their hands to it. Bit of volleyball here. Canada will gather it, kick it down towards the wing. Punched away by the Chiefs. They'll have numbers here behind the ball on their half-back line. Ball spills out again. Just a handball to no one. It's on the ground. The Chiefs like this contested ball. They've been good at that, but Canada will gather it, kick it inside their 50 to no one here. So the Chiefs will have time. It's 1-on-2, but Canada will gather it. Good snap over on the left-hand side and to no one. Again, the Chiefs spill, kick the ball, fish the ball out. Canada will gather it.
It was well done by Klein, and then a better fist out. Still a chance for Canada to come back. Burke, was he out of play? He's pushed over after he kicked it. He's been basically dumped into the fence. So it's a downfield free kick that'll go to the top of the goal square, and Canada will certainly get their first goal. And Adam Nash from the Ottawa Swans wouldn't have many easier ones than this, I wouldn't have thought.
Needs to kick this, Adam. He went up before and just didn't have anyone at his feet to try and crumb that footy, but got a great opportunity here to put Canada back in the game.
So Adam Nash, top of the goal square, just pops it through, and the North Wind get themselves a goal on the board from a downfield free kick. Adam Nash has his first for the game, his fifth for the tournament, and it is back to a 6-point ball game. Canada trail the Nauru Chiefs.
Great quarter so far, boys. We're in for an absolute cracker of a game, I think. Already a few goals kicked. The game's opened right up, and some really good play from both teams, using the footy pretty well across the ground. And I guess the game's going to be in many ways won in the midfield. Whoever gets their midfielders first use of the footy is going to affect a lot more of the game.
Certainly stepped up a notch, hasn't it? Nauru deciding to get that running game going, and Canada now trying to catch up to them.
So it's Canada now. Again, hands on the ball. Good little handball out onto the wing. So Canada, nice left foot kick inside their forward 50. Good contest there. But it's the Nauru Chiefs who will gather. Quick kick out of there. They've got the numbers outside their defensive 50. Another little kick over the shoulder, but it's going to go to Canada. Little toe poke. Great little toe poke. Matty Scarlett-like. The handball doesn't quite hit the mark, and it's the Chiefs who will gather across their half-back line. Dainty little clearing kick there to the wing. Can't quite mark it, the Chiefs, and I think he'll pay a free kick here to Canada Northwind. So it'll be Klein who will take the free kick.
Yeah, he certainly put in his Logie nomination there, didn't he?
He's been good so far, Klein. He's used the footy well in terms of this quarter as well. He's moved the footy really well into their forward line.
Snapped inside 50 by Burke, up towards half forward. That was Chris Burke. Caught was Anderson, or was it Lund it was. Out the back, desperation for the Chiefs' defence, and they'll come away. That's a clever tap out. Towards centre wing goes the football. Ball knocked to ground. Bounce didn't favour Aspel. Picked up by Moses, who kicks towards half forward. Brassington tried to trap it. He only favoured his opposite number, and the flying shot on goal is off to the left from Sean Kemp-Markey and through for one behind. Nauru lead by 7 points, 8 minutes gone in the second term.
Great play, that last one. They had the ball in the back line and managed to get it up forward within only a couple of kicks. So starting to hit their targets, Nauru, and starting to get the ball in their forward 50 quickly, which is what we spoke about at quarter time, which might have been the address from the coach.
So Jacob Martin kicks out. It's roved by Canada, but only to be intercepted there from the Nauru Chiefs. So they'll get back inside their forward 50. He goes lateral. Can you find? No, good contest there. Ball spills. Nauru Chiefs, Moses, our man Moses again. He's had plenty of it. He's got it on a string. Nice little kick and a mark there at the top of the forward 50 by
Batsua, I think.
Wadu, I think.
So we'll spot him up anyway as he takes his shot.
Tiana Wadabu, I think it is. Outside 50 here for the Chiefs. He's got the breeze behind him. He's going to have a shot here, I think. Goes for a long ball, not going to quite make the distance. Canada have got the height. Oh, brilliant mark. Sensational mark from the Chiefs. Brilliant. Canada had the numbers there. The tall timber at the front of the pack, but he's just launched himself over the top, and he'll take a shot directly in front of goal here. Brilliant mark there.
I was just about to say there was no one leading for them, but it must be the game plan to just kick it up forward to the big fella and let him take a specky.
So Markey converts for a goal. Great work there from the Chiefs. Good football.
Really good football in that last play for Nauru. As I said, there was no one leading, and they sort of just bombed it to the top of the goal square and managed to take a really, really good contested mark.
Yeah, smart play by Mallinson Batsua too. Got it up to the dangerous position and gave Sean Kemp Markey a perfect chance to have a jump at the footy. So it is 10 minutes gone in the second quarter, and the Chiefs have snuck away again by 13 points. And we've got a centre square infringement this time against Nauru. So that advantage I don't think will be paid. I'm not sure you can have advantage on a centre square infringement. So the free kick will come back.
A couple of small errors in Nauru we've seen happen the last couple of quarters.
Couple of goal square infringements, a centre square infringement. Yeah. They're things that shouldn't happen for more experienced players of the game. The kick from White was marked by... it was Jose Wepa who put it out to the outer side for Nauru. This ball will set up nicely for Diema, and he goes for a gallop. Ran his full measure. He ran more than his full measure, unfortunately for him. And Darnell Diema has been pinged for running too far. And the free kick will go to Canada on the half-back line to Brancati.
Got a bit too excited there, but it's great to see as well. Like, take it on and have a bit of a run. So really good footy so far.
Kick from Brancati. The mark was dropped by Burke up towards half forward. Here's a chance now for the Chiefs. Kick inside to Moses again. Judged it nicely, didn't he, Donatello Moses? Now there's a set play going on here, I reckon. He's held the ball up to signal to the forwards that he's got something planned.
I think it might be going long again and hoping for a contested mark.
So there's no big men back. All the numbers are with Canada. So we'll see how he goes this time. Moses, he does set it up towards the top of the goal square. Markey again was there. He couldn't hang on this time, and it's tapped over by Eric Klein for a rush behind.
So we see that is their game plan for Nauru moving into their forward line. It is getting to the hot spot and hoping they're big and can really make an impact.
So Canada with a play on, but only to be turned it over there by Wera. Wera's got the ball outside their 50. Short little pass. He's hit the target. Well done there. Great kick. So Cam has the ball right on the 50-metre mark here for the Nauru Chiefs. Good quarter this after a goalless first term. So the Chiefs will have a shot. They'll use the breeze here. They like to go long. Canada have the numbers in the goal square. What can he do? He's given it a good roost, and that almost home. Umpire says...
It's a goal.
No, he's just going to confer here, but I think it might be over the line.
There's no third umpire here, so...
That's a goal. So the Chiefs. Goal again. Been a good quarter for them.
Great goal there. He would have kicked that from pretty much 50.
Right on the stripe, which I'm not sure if it's actually a full 50. I think it might be 45. Yeah, a lot of the Melbourne Metro grounds are 45 metres, but it's still a very good strike. And the goal umpires often do give themselves away with their body language, what they're going to pay, which is good when they do that because it makes it a lot easier for us.
Exactly.
But great hit by Jeremiah Cam for his first goal of the tournament, only 18 years old. So ball up, back in the centre. White tapped over the top, looking for Aspel. It was read by the Chiefs. Loosemore comes in, couldn't get there. Chance for nobody because the umpire says it's my ball.
You just see Canada in the last couple of plays not hitting their targets, moving out of their back line, and they've sort of kicked it to Nauru's players, and then Nauru get repeated entries into their forward line again. So hopefully the coach addresses that.
Great tackle by Greg Bridges. Gets rewarded for holding the ball, and he'll drive it forward for the North Wind.
So Canada now off the side of the boot, not the best kick. Who will be first to gather? I think it'll be Canada. Lucky bounce over the top. They'll go inside 50. No, they won't. Smothered by the Chiefs. Quick handball over, but the ball will go out of play. The boundary umpire will throw it in on the Royal Parade side here. So Canada trying to get the ball inside their 50. Need to get a goal here before half time. I feel like the Chiefs are on top.
About 3 minutes left in this second quarter. So as you said, Zave, hopefully Canada can get one back here.
So good ruck contest there. It's the Chiefs get their hand to it, but Canada will pick it up. Long ball, but they'll only go out of bounds on the full. And the Chiefs will take the kick in.
Nauru really restricting Canada around contest. Canada haven't got much time and space to be able to use the ball effectively. So great defensive work by Nauru.
Dangerous kick by Divine Aguirre across the face of goal. Here's a chance for the Canadians. The bounce favours Bridges, and unfortunately the bounce didn't help Agagio at all, and he fell into the back and over the shoulder, and any sort of infringement you want to call on Bridges. And the Ottawa Swans man will go back and line up for a much-needed goal for the North Wind.
Good opportunity here from Bridges. Might need to just take into the win into consideration from this kick, but we're right behind it.
Greg Bridges, 40 metres out, hasn't hit it well. It'll go to the top of the goal square. And he had his name written all over that from an early time coming in. And the Canadians will certainly kick a goal here, you would think.
The breeze is picked up. It's almost the left-hand point post there, Nish. I reckon you're going to have a shot on goal.
And it's been poked through. A much-needed goal for Canada. And pretty happy about that too. The kick from Bridges, well, even though he didn't hit it that well, he still managed to find the dangerous position at the top of the goal square, and Canada cut the deficit back to 7 points again.
Great mark and goal. He managed to just get to the hot spot for where that ball was going to land and take the ball at the highest point, and Nauru weren't able to, I guess, punch that to the boundary. So really good 50. So really good game so far from Canada.
It's a good quarter this. We're just under 2 minutes left until half time. Umpire throws it up again, back in the middle. Great little tap behind there from the Chiefs. So we're less than 2 minutes. We're less than 30 seconds there. So
your timing is wrong.
Yeah, not quite. A little bit slow on the buzzer there to start that quarter.
Yeah, an important goal late in the piece for Canada after being outplayed probably for most of the quarter. Nauru got themselves plenty of early chances. Canada worked their way back into it late in the term, and at half time it is, I believe it's a 7-point margin. That goal scorer was Kyle Graham for the North Wind. So it's half time. Nauru leading. They are 4 goals 5-29. Canada 2-4-16. So a 13-point advantage to the Nauru Chiefs at the main break. The goal scorers all in that second quarter: Jeremiah Cam, Donatello Moses, Sean Kemp-Markey and Kaisen Tatum for Nauru. And for Canada, Adam Nash and Kyle Graham with the 2 goals on the board. Certainly a much more open and free-flowing second quarter, Nish.
Spot on, Brendan. You hit the nail on the head there. It opened right up in that second quarter, and both teams managed to find some space and actually use the ball a bit more effectively. And we see Nauru had probably more repeated entries into their forward line and managed to take a few really good contested marks, which really obviously helped them. Canada just not able to convert in terms of hitting their targets, moving out of their back line. They turned the ball over a bit, which gave Nauru their opportunities. But overall, really good quarter. Could go either way in this quarter.
Great quarter. I think the move for me was Tatum in the ruck. I think he got the momentum early in that second quarter and really got the Chiefs going. So I'd like to see him back in the middle again the second half.
So that score, in fact, Nauru 4-6-30, leading Canada 2-4-16 by 14 points at half-time. The Nauru Chiefs having a great second quarter in which they kicked 4-2 to 2 straight to turn a level score at quarter time into a handy lead at the main break. We'll take a break for around about 10 minutes or so, and we'll be back for the second half shortly. Nish Moses, Xavier Maloney and Brendan Rhodes with you. International Cup Round 4 here at Ransford Oval, Royal Park, Parkville in suburban Melbourne. Nauru lead Canada by 14 points. And welcome back here to Ransford Oval in Royal Park, Parkville. Just about to get ready for the second half of this International Cup 17 clash between Nauru and Canada. Nauru leading 4-6-30 to Canada, 2 goals for 16. Nish Moses has headed down to ground level, and he's going to have a quick word to the coach of Canada.
Cody Royal, coach of Team Canada. How are you going, Cody? Obviously, it's been up and down this first half. How's it played out in your eyes?
Yeah, it's a bit of a slog. We knew that. We knew that they were good footy players, pretty slick with the ball. So, yeah, we're in a good old-fashioned slog, which we expected.
And you're addressing the boys. Obviously, you did really well. The ball kept going in there for Nauru. Just, I guess, turn the ball over a bit going out of your back line. Is that something you try to address with the boys?
Yeah, I think we panicked a little bit once we got the ball. We started bombing, and that just played into their hands. You know, they could then flick it across half-back, which we wanted to avoid specifically. So that was the message at quarter time, then half time again.
Awesome. Thanks. All the best for the rest of the game, mate. Thanks, coach.
Thanks, Nish Modi and Cody Royal there, the coach of the Canada North Wind, as the ball has headed out to the outer wing here at Ransford Oval. Canada needing early goals to get themselves back in this contest. Of course, they had a big loss to New Zealand on Saturday by 56 points, which ended their hopes of making it to the MCG, but still looking for a good finish to the tournament. Oppenheimer was caught with the football. Hand pass came out. Lund tries to run through. Coming from the other direction was Agagio, and it's snuck off the boot of Agagio and gone out of bounds on the full. So the free kick will be taken by Clay Lund for the Canada North Wind.
So strong breeze here. Now it's just starting to pick up.
Really picked up, hasn't it?
It has. Canada, the long ball reaches there, forward 50 almost. Great fist forward. Pack forms. Ball gathered there by the Chiefs. A quick kick back in towards the breeze on the wing here. It's Canada with the numbers. They knock it out though. So with time and space there, the Chiefs will kick a long ball, but not the smartest kick there into the breeze and out of bounds on the full.
Looks like the ball's going to be played on that side of the ground, I think, for the rest of this half. So
yeah, it's coming from over our shoulders, over the back of the truck, isn't it? So
they're going to want to keep the ball nice and low. I think anytime they're looking to bomb it in on that wing, especially, it's just going to float out of bounds, I think.
Sort of heading to the main administration centre, so Canada really needs to take advantage of it in this third quarter. Nash with the football, called to play on, bombs it long into the pocket, and the wind got hold of that. It went too far for Hobbs and bounced just inside the line, so that's a good result for the North Wind. And the wind is coming a little bit out of the northeast, as it came straight out of the north last week when Canada beat Great Britain, so a good omen. Boundary throw in, deep in the forward 50 for Canada. Loosemore will have an uncontested tap here. Ball brought to ground. White snap around the corner to the top of the square. Bounce favoured Nauru. And this is German Grundler, who just threw it on the boot, sent it out wide, and it floated away on that wind and out of bounds on the full.
Just a bit of an unlucky bounce there for Canada. They were probably on. They had the numbers then. It just managed to bounce over the top of the North Wind player.
Yeah, Kyle Graham was attacking the ball. And that's all you can do is attack the ball. And if it doesn't work your way, at least the coach can't criticise you for not having a crack.
So Eric Klein now to boot the ball back inside 50. He goes high, he goes long, but it's the Nauru Chiefs to get a fist on it. He'll back towards the goal. Thought it was going to go through for a point, but it just rolls over the boundary there, and it'll be a throw-in deep inside Canada's forward 50. Opportunity here to score. They blazed away a little bit in the first quarter. I hope they learn from this. Third quarter, they've got the breeze. So deep inside the 50 here for the North Wind. Loosemore taps down. It's the Chiefs, though, that will gather. Rush kick across the face of the ground there inside their defensive 50, still the Chiefs. Good little step work there. And the Chiefs will now kick outside their forward 50 to the wing. And it's gone out of bounds on the full. Canada North Wind.
Yeah, it's going to be a major problem, isn't it, that wind. They've already seen 4 out on the fulls in this third quarter. Kick inside 50 at the back. Nash with a chance. Couldn't quite. Quick snap out of the pack. Came from Hobbs. It runs away from him, or it was Graham. Now a chance for Canada. Snap back from Hobbs towards a goal. Not quite. They liked it, Canada on the bench, but he's just missed to the near side. Quinn Hobbs, he's got 3 behinds on the board now. The margin back to 13 points in favour of the Nauruan Chiefs.
Need to capitalise here, Team Canada. They've got the win, they've got a bit of possession, they've got the momentum. Hopefully they can put it on the scoreboard as well. But great opportunity so far. They've had their chances.
That's 5 out of bounds on the full. Adiang put it out into the car park again, and that was against the prevailing breeze, so he certainly hit it wildly. So booted back into play by Klein is a pretty good effort, but it misses to exactly the same spot. And through for one behind again. Peppering away is Canada, but the margin back to 2 straight kicks.
I think the coaches in terms of for Nauru are going to be instructing where to kick the ball out of these planes, or else this ball is going to be going out of bounds every time.
So Adiang plays on, kicks the ball to himself, but gets tackled, and the umpire's played holding the ball. So Canada North Wind will have a shot on goal in front of the pavilion. He's going to quickly play on. Is it? Yes, he is. On the left, smothered. Tap there from the Chiefs. The Chiefs will now exit their forward 50 almost. Yes, and Tatum will take the mark on their defensive 50. Pushes back off the mark into the stiff breeze. Just a short little kick. This is smarter play here from the Chiefs as they work the ball down towards the wing. Going for the long ball this time. It'll stay up there for a while. Might bring the rain down, but it's the Chiefs with a good mark. Well done. The Chiefs on the centre wing now.
Oppenheimer plays on quickly. It was a good mark, not as good a kick. And back with the flight of the ball. Taking a safe mark for Canada was a Reynolds. Up towards the wing he goes. White, front spot. Brought it to ground. Here's a chance again for Batsua. Kicks into the centre of the ground. Through the hands it goes of Jeremiah Cam.
Great
Plays
handle.
on quickly. This is Grundler. Through the middle he goes. Has to get it back after being smothered. Floats it out wide. And over the left shoulder. A great mark by Richmond Spanner.
Just saw Grindle in the middle try to do a bit of the Dustin Martin fend-off for about 3 players, and it actually came off, which was great to see.
It's a 25-metre penalty too. And Richmond Spanner, what a fantastic name that is. He comes in and he'll line up for goal from 20 metres out directly in front. And this will hurt Canada for all the dominance they've had early in this quarter. Spanner sneaks it home. So a goal to Nauru. Richmond Spanner, the leading goal kicker for their team. He has his 7th for the tournament, his first for the day. And the margin is back out to 18 points, the biggest of the game, in favour of the Nauru Chiefs.
Great goal by Nauru. Against the run of the play, we saw Canada have 4 or 5 entries and a couple of opportunities as well. And Nauru managed to maintain that and actually go forward and kick the goal. So great footy and great persistence and resilience from Nauru.
So Tatum and White contest back in the middle of the ground. It's Tatum who gets hands to it. Great little handball there from the Chiefs. They can't quite maintain the football there. It spills free. The umpire's pulled out a free kick here for the Chiefs. So it's through Weeper, who kicks long inside their 50. The Chiefs, the ball drops forward. Just can quite read the play there from the wind. So Canada with a smothered kick. Get it outside their 50. We're deep over the far side here. The umpire will call play on. So it's Canada with the ball now. Gets a handball to it. Now a knock forward to space. But it's the Chiefs who have got the numbers here. Can't quite pick it up. Quick hands. Good play here. Ball hits the ground again. It's the Chiefs who have got their hands on it still. Can you get the handball out? Good pressure there from Canada. The Chiefs maintain possession though. Snap over the shoulder. Back inside their forward 50. Great defence there from Canada. Good contest. Umpire says play on. So the Chiefs have got the ball. He gets it. It's handball out, but it's Canada again to maintain possession of the ball across their half-back line through hands. This time it's intercepted from the Chiefs, and they quick kick back in. Side their 50. Canada have got the numbers here, but it's the Chiefs who are going to pick it up. So the Chiefs just lateral there. Nice little kick, smart play, and marked by Oppenheimer just outside the 50.
She's lively, a long passage of play, that one. They just kept the ball playing, and while this is going on, a real worry for Canada. Hobbs has come off, been carried off by 2 trainers with a right ankle problem. They're trying to get the boot off. He looks in a fair bit of discomfort as Oppenheimer lines up. The kick will land at the top of the goal square. Front and centre, snap around the corner from Depornay. Quick kick out of there for the North Wind. Can't break clear. Brancati needs to find a target. Lost possession of the football. Desperation plus at the base of the pack for Nauru. Little hand pass came up from Moses. Toe poke off the ground. Grundler backs himself. Little kick off the outside of the boot. Oh, that's a good mark taken by the North Wind.
Just had numbers there, Canada, didn't they? But they didn't use it that well.
Yeah, White made a mess of it.
Straight over.
Kick back inside 50. Oh, good mark. Good mark floating in from the side by looked like Bridges, who brought it back from where it came. At the back, Nauru had 2 men stay down. Gregor Wera kicks inside forward 50. Brancati straight through the line. In fact, that was Martin, the acting captain. Beautiful kick out wide. Finds Nash, who's had to come up a long way to get his hands on the football. Look at that for a kick. It's gone about 65 metres right down to half forward. The tap on just misses the target. Turnover time, and Nauru's bringing it straight back from where it came.
The game's gone up a notch here. I think this is Grunler here with the ball across Nauru's half-back line. Still a strong breeze. He goes short, back through the middle of the ground. Good kick, Oppenheimer in the middle here. He goes lateral again. Good play here from the Chiefs just to switch it across the other side of the ground. It's Wadabu who kicks it inside their 50. So the Chiefs just caught behind there. Need to be in front with this breeze. So Canada will try and now kick back down the wing. Only to find the Chiefs. Can he pick it up and gather the ball across their half-back line? He dives on it. Got to keep your feet. Knock the ball out here. Decides not to go backwards. Good pressure there from Canada. And the umpire's paid. Holding the man. He'll call it back. Chiefs a free kick here. Aguado, no, it's...
Yeah, David Adiang.
A lot better play from Nauru now. Starting, as you said, Zave's starting to switch the footy, starting to use it a bit better, probably adjusting to a bit of these conditions.
They're away now here. Grundler got it to Tama Jeremiah. 18 yesterday, Tama Jeremiah. A big happy birthday to him. And he's kicked down towards half forward, can't quite find the target and goes out of bounds. So I'd imagine it's not a bad way to celebrate your 18th birthday, coming out to Australia for a football tournament to represent your country.
Definitely better than our 18s for sure. So just as you were talking, Brendan, it made me think Jacob Martin plays for Grand River. I played against him, actually. I played a bit of footy in Toronto and played against him. Really tough contested ball winner and really tough guy at the footy. So he'll be a great acting captain for them.
He's certainly straight ahead, isn't he? Doesn't shirk an issue, Martin. And the free kick has been picked out here in the back pocket for the Canadians. And it'll be cleared by Nick Liang.
So Canada now head towards the wing. Good, strong. No, umpire says play on. Thought it was a mark there, but he didn't quite hold it. Ball on the ground. It's Canada now. They'll handball backwards. And now kick forward to the wing. Only to find the Chiefs. The ball spills out towards the wing, towards the boundary. No one can put their hands on it just yet, but it's the Chiefs that do. And they've played it well with their hands, but haven't been able to clear it there. Great pressure there from Canada. 2-on-1, and they get the free kick there. Holding the ball, Canada's free kick.
So Liang did it nicely. Kicks up towards half forward. Oh, Nash got to the front spot, and then the ball on the wing just sailed over his head and was marked by Niga Alangi. Goes back to the defensive goal square to Wadabu, who played on, had to get a quick kick away under pressure. Almost the mark taken there. Could have been paid to Reynolds. It was, in fact, the hand over the shoulder that I was looking at, and that'll be a 25-metre penalty. So the basic mistakes that Nauru are making are probably what keeping Canada in the game. That was Darnell Diema, who just put the footy on the ground and handed up a 25-metre penalty and a fairly easy shot on goal to Mike Aspel.
So another one of their 18-year-olds, Deema there, just making a crucial mistake in front of goal.
So Mike Aspel, 32-year-old from Etobicoke Kangaroos of Toronto, and he pops it through. A much-needed goal for Canada. Cuts the margin to 12 points. Nauru 5-6-36. Canada 3-6-24. We've played 13 minutes in this third term.
Just as you're speaking, boys, we obviously, as Brendan said, Quinn Hobbs went off with an injury. Looks like he probably might be done for the day. He's got the ice on, so I think it's a big loss for Team Canada.
He was playing pretty well, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. He was having a big impact on the game, so hopefully they can adjust and hopefully someone will need to step up for him. But great goal by Mike Aspel, as Brendan said, from the Etobicoke Kangaroos, and has played footy for a little while now, so has the experience and would be a leader out there on the field.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's the sort of day and conditions that you want to be sitting here with a dirty, great big pile of ice on your ankle.
It's cold enough as it is.
Being from Canada, though,
Yeah,
I'd
I'm sure they're
imagine
used to
the chilly conditions wouldn't worry that much.
Back in the middle, Jeremiah and White. White gets the fist forward. Wadabu kicks the ball back inside the Chiefs 50 there. Drops forward again. Chiefs in front this time. He gathers. Handballs. Ducks there in the tackle. Umpire says play on. The numbers around the ball. It gets flicked out. Not sure who got that out there, but Canada now trying to clear it. Good pressure there from the Chiefs and Jeremiah following up his good ruck work. And he'll throw it up at centre half forward here for the Chiefs.
Canada working really hard. We saw the numbers at that contest just then. They're clinging onto it.
Thump forward by Jenky Jeremiah, the uncle of the 18 celebrator in Tama. That looks like a throw against Tassini. They got away with it. Grondler kicked nicely for Nauru in towards Batsua. Into the pocket he goes. Making the spoil there was Martin. Knocked the ball to ground, but backing himself and charging straight through the pack. And that will be a goal to the Chiefs. Great play that was.
Took the game on there. That was a really good goal.
Important stuff. And Ken Oppenheimer, well, we've seen him take a great mark, and now he's kicked a terrific goal as well. And the quick reply for the Chiefs takes them back out to an 18-point lead again. Really, and all the work to do for Canada.
Really good setup then from Nauru. I thought none of them clogged the forward line. They all sort of stayed out and gave their forwards a bit of opportunity to run and carry and actually kick the goal, which is what we just saw just then. So, really good strategic work from Nauru.
Back in the middle now, Jeremiah and White again to contest the ruck. Ball goes up. It's White who gets the tap. He goes backwards here. Canada gather the ball with a quick hands out to no one. Ball spills free. It's the Chiefs who've got the numbers. They've done this well to work the ball back. Long, high ball. Not the best, though, into the breeze. Ball goes to no one. It's Canada who picked the ball up. Another quick handball back towards the Chiefs. Again, they go long and high. It really goes backwards, that ball. But the Chiefs will mark it in the middle of the ground here. I think it's Wadabu. I think it's Deema. Deema's got the ball. He gets around Canada there and kicks it inside 50. Oh, good contest there. I thought he might have been held, the Chiefs, but no, umpire says play on. He's plucked out a free kick this time. That could have been the leveller, so the Chiefs will have it outside their 50.
I think it's the same one. Even though you thought he was held and was let go, but the tackle still continued behind the play, and eventually the whistle blew.
So Oppenheimer here, outside 50. He's been lively up forward. I like him. Good kick inside the 50 against the breeze. Great defence there from Canada with a fist over the top. Ball spills free. Can't be gathered yet by anyone. Numbers there for Canada, but they can't get it out. The umpire will throw it up inside the Chiefs forward 50.
Not long left here, Zave and Brendan's. Crucial play, this one.
Here, a minute to play. They can't afford to concede a goal here, Canada. Reynolds spins out of the traffic, threw it on the boot, but it's coming straight back in. Chest mark to Nigaralangi. Has the football. 2 kicks from home. Chips over the top. Oppenheimer on a long lead. Marks it well. Into the pocket he goes, and they've found space. Jose Wepa, who spent the first half in defence, has gone forward now. And he does have a goal in the tournament, so he does know how to find them. Jose Wepa from the Bulldogs, the 30-year-old.
I'm going to call it here, boys. Watch out for number 20.
No, he doesn't. You don't need him. You don't need him. That has gone all the way to the line and over. Jose Wepa kicks the goal. And Nauru certainly look like they're charging towards a second consecutive victory now. They're out by 24 points as the siren sounds for three-quarter time. A terrific quarter by the Chiefs. 3-1 against the wind. And a sad injury as well to Quinn Hobbs for Canada. So not a good term for the North Wind as Nauru, who of course, guys, it is the national sport, Aussie rules of Nauru. So just a little bit of extra class coming to the fore and their pace in that third quarter. It's three-quarter time, and it is Nauru leading 7-6-48 to Canada. 3-6-24. Goal scorers for the Chiefs: Jeremiah Cam, Ken Oppenheimer, Donatello Moses, Sean Kemp-Markey, Richmond Spanner, Kyson Tatum, and Jose Wepa. And for Canada, Adam Nash, Kyle Graham, and Mike Aspel.
As been alluded to, what a great quarter. It's a really good play from Nauru. The biggest thing that impressed me from Nauru is where they switched the footy. Like, they actually played smart footy. They realised the wind was coming in on that far side. They weren't just bombing it along there. They were actually switching the footy, trying to find some space, which is really good to see. So, as Brendan said, the national sport there, and if that comes into play in today's game, it was pretty clear. They were a lot smarter with the footy.
Yeah, that last 5 minutes was sensational from Nauru. That's really set them up here for this last quarter. And Canada will need to learn from what they did in the second quarter there and what Nauru did in that quarter there, like you said, Nish, and switch the play, kick the ball short into the breeze. They can't afford to bomb it long here. So it's all set up for the last quarter here for the Chiefs with the breeze. Can they hold on?
We will find out, that's for sure. It is three-quarter time here at Ransford Oval, Royal Park, and it's a 24-point lead to the Nauru Chiefs. 7 goals, 6:48 to Canada, 3-6-24. Nish Moses, Xavier Maloney and Brendan Rhodes will be back with you shortly for the final quarter. Nish. Welcome back to Ransford Oval. Brendan Rhodes, Xavier Maloney and Nish Moses with you for the final quarter. Nauru leading by 24 points against Canada. A big task here for the North Wind to get this one back. Quick kick out of the centre from Waidabu up towards full forward. But Brancati judged it best and took the mark for the North Wind. On the last line of defence, he plays on, brings it out to the broadcast side. Wobbly sort of a kick, bounces over the top. It went to Donatello Moses, who was huge in the first quarter. Klein is caught. Was he dragged out without the football? Snap back into play by Gregor Wera. Into the forward pocket it goes. Trying hard is Tatum. Camped over the football with a couple to beat. Brancati slapped it out. Moses tries again. Working his way through with a handball. Diema. Brancati for the third time. swings around to the boundary line, can't keep it in, and it's over the line for a boundary throw in.
Was just overheard Cody Royal, head coach of Team Canada's message there at three-quarter time. Very much stop the handballs, get the footy forward.
It's all they can do. Boundary throw in. I'll get back to Xavier in a minute. He's a little bit blinded down in this pocket. Brancati with a clearing kick, or that was Martin, in fact, to the wing, and it's a great mark taken there by Nash.
So Nash now kicks the ball down the wing for Canada Northwind. Can't quite juke the ball there, but it's Nauru, the first hands on it. The ball will spill out on the ground. It's the Chiefs again. They've got the numbers here. Couldn't quite get it out. Good pressure there, so it's loose more now. The big fella kicks the ball to no one, to space. It'll be the Chiefs who are there with numbers. Good quick hands over. And it is Hiram who kicks the ball now back through the middle of the ground. So the Chiefs on the attack. Handball out, good tackle there from Canada, and the umpires rewarded that with a free kick. So it's our man Brancati, who's been sensational in defence. He kicks the ball now to the wing, and it's Canada North wing.
Been a lot more strife if it wasn't for Brancati down back. He was a big reason why they beat Great Britain in round 2 as well. Kick up towards half forward, thumped to ground by Agagio. Taken through by Lund, who stepped around one, floated the kick to the top of the goal square. It'll bounce right across the face of goal. 3 to beat here, Nash. He beat the first one. He couldn't beat the second one. And, well, that sinking feeling when you realise that it's all over.
Really good intensity from Nauru, didn't that tackling pressure just then. They were like a bunch of lions just then, just attacking their prey. It was great to see.
Yeah, he was up against it there, Nash. So it's the Chiefs here who try and exit their defensive 50. The ball spills free again. It's Canada Northwind with the numbers. They get their hands on the ball. They'll kick back long now. And it's Nash again, caught behind, can't quite get his hands to it, and the ball will go over for a boundary throw-in.
Seem to be looking for Nash a lot up forward, and rightfully so. He's such a dangerous player up forward, but hopefully he can get his hands on him. Hopefully you're getting some crumbing players around him too. The ball seems to be on the deck a fair bit.
He's definitely the focal point. He did everything right, but hang on to the football just then, as Tatum missed. Spent it before he had it, did Graham. Picked up by Adiang. Canadian player goes down behind the play. Keep an eye on that. Out the back it goes. Oh, Moses tapped it too fast for himself and then had his head taken off, and he wasn't too happy with that treatment. I don't think there was much in it. Moses kicks up towards full forward. How will this bounce? It bounced left and through for one behind. Not much in it in that, nothing untoward, just a free kick. So a behind to Donatello Moses. He's got 1 goal, 3. And the margin is out to 25 points in favour of Nauru.
Playing with a lot more intensity now, Canada. You can just see they're clinging on. They don't want to lose this one.
So it was McDonald with a kick into Aspel. Aspel can't quite mark the ball, so the Chiefs swamp on it. And the umpire has paid a free kick here to Canada Northwind. And no, he's
to
Brancati. And there could be a 25-metre penalty here. There is. So Brancati, one of Canada's better players here across the half-back line, plays on quickly. No one on the mark. Demon not quick enough. Kicks it down towards the wing. Good contest there from all players. The Chiefs, though, are first to gather the ball. They're good with a low centre of gravity, and it's only to find Brancati again. He's had plenty of it. Canada's best player in my mind. Swings around onto the left. Kicks it down towards the wing, and it's White, the ruckman. Gives a quick handball out. So Canada now inside their forward 50. The Chiefs have got the numbers here, and they will mark and just steady the ship.
Adair was the Canadian player injured. He's come off counting them, for lack of a better term. Copped one a little bit low as the Canadians through Jose Wepper up towards half forward. Oh, look at this bounce. It just sat nicely for Jenky Jeremiah. Now Oppenheimer. Not sure which way to go, but he still found a way through. Got the hand pass back to Jeremiah again. Here is a chance for Markey. Into the pocket he goes. Numbers with Canada. Martin couldn't gather it cleanly. The Chiefs battling hard. As the North win through Robin McDonald, he managed to get a sweep on the football as he was lying on the ground and over the line for a throw-in. Also going down in that previous contest on the wing was David Adiang, but he's okay. He's back up in the centre of the ground.
Northwind dropping a few plays back here. They don't want to concede a goal, obviously, but they seem to be trying to get numbers to the footy.
To Oppenheimer, gathers the ball from White's tap down forward. He kicks it high to no one. A contest. Tatum can't quite get his hands on it. Our man Brancati again. He gets caught, and it's the Chiefs. A quick snap over the shoulder. but it'll be a behind. So good pressure there from the Chiefs. Both teams couldn't get a clean possession, and another behind there for the Chiefs, Nish.
It's a great quarter so far. We see Canada really hanging on to this one, so Nauru really need to try and get the footy out.
Yeah, so it's certainly going to be a good win for Nauru, barring a Canadian miracle. That was Jose Wepa who had that flying shot on goal and just off target. And now we've got a blood rule here has been picked out. So being forced off the ground will be Kaizen Tatum.
Yeah, the trainers are definitely getting their money's worth today. There's been a few injuries and a few blood rules so far. So.
It's a willing contest, isn't it? That's for sure. Ball to be brought back into play by Jacob Martin, the acting captain. He's got to wait for the blood rule to sort itself out. Bronco Diedenang coming onto the field to replace Tatum. Martin now will look to go straight up the middle. Changed his mind at the last second and chipped it short to the loose man, Rob Tassini, who has it inside defensive 50. He goes right long to our telecast position, floating over the side. Wadabu couldn't take the mark. At the back, Vorback. He got the hand pass off Grundler into the centre of the ground. Caught was Moses. He took too long to get rid of the football. In fact, it was Jenky Jeremiah. And the Canadians go through Brancati up towards half forward. The bounce, it sits on its head for Halangi, who was able to step around the first tackler, put it out to the wing and find Mallinson Batsua.
So Batsua, half-back line here for the Chiefs. They've got the breeze. He'll go long with a torp, gives it a roost, and he finds a player there in Weeper. Weeper now kicks inside their 50. Good play here from the Chiefs, and they mark the ball. And it's Akers Daniel, who's out centre half forward, 50 out. He's got the breeze behind him. He'll give this a roost. He does. He puts it on. Bring back the torp, but it's full short off the hands of the Canada player there, and it'll be a boundary throw in deep inside the Chiefs forward 50. So that was Anderson there who got hands to it.
I think the message from half time from Nauru might have just been get the ball footy at all costs. So.
You got to love it.
I've never seen that before.
You got to love it when they want to just have a full-on crack at anything. Bring back the barrel. Got to like it. This will go back over the line for a boundary throw-in.
Boys, we see the game being played.
No, it won't. In fact, sorry, Nish, it has stayed in play as it does in that deep pocket. Oppenheimer dispossessed. Ball at ground level. Pack converges over the ball. It's pretty hard to see through the edge of the truck and also the Canadian staff on the bench. But we'll now have a ball up, I believe it is. No, it'll be a free kick to Canada.
I was just going to say, boys, the footy seems to be played at one half of the ground now. All their numbers seem to be flooding back. So as soon as Canada get this out over the top, they are on.
Lund brought it down to the telecast position. Big pack flew right in front of us. Hand pass from Diema was partially smothered. Trying to charge through the pack there was Gregor Wera. And holding the ball decision has been picked out.
Need to move the footy quick here, and they do.
Through Lund.
So Canada going for their Nash, flies from behind, but well played there from Dang. He's been good back there for the Chiefs.
One of their best.
He has, solid. Nice little kick back through the centre of the ground there towards the forward 50. Ball off hands there from Weeper. Gathered from the Chiefs. It's Grunger. I think he kicks it inside. Off Hommers there, but it doesn't get past. It's Canada. No, it's the Chiefs. With the numbers here, might have another shot on goal if they can get it clear, but they won't. Pack forms. Umpire says that'll be mine, and he throws it up about 20 metres from the Chiefs' goal. Bit of push and shove here. Boys just need to settle down here, and umpire will throw it up.
I think the Canadians thought that Markey has given Martin a high one. He's not involved in the stoush at all. He's sort of trying to gain his bearings at the base of that pack.
If ice hockey's anything to go by, you definitely wouldn't be getting in the Canada's faces, I think. So.
And then again, the Islanders can usually handle themselves too, can't they?
Very true, Brendan.
So we're waiting for the umpire is having words to Markey, and he's given him a yellow card. So what Canada saw, the umpire saw as well. So it'll be a yellow card and a 25-metre penalty. I'm pretty sure that is Sean Markey, who's... Well, the play is going on while he's still making his way off the ground, which is unusual.
They got a bit lucky then, Canada. They actually turned the footy over. The umpire called it back, so got out of that one. See Nash a bit upset here as well.
And,
He might
and
just
as I
want to
said,
control his emotions here.
he is a fiery individual. Markey making his way off with the yellow card, and he's got a couple to deal with. Ball towards half forward. You keep an eye on what's going on here in front of us as the runner tries to break it up. Clearing ball for the Chiefs up towards half forward it goes. Oppenheimer beaten for it by Brancati. He goes over the top. It was partially smothered there by Mikey Hiram. Handball away from Mickey Burke. Towards the flank it goes. Reynolds kicks in towards the pocket. All the numbers are with Nauru. Dispossessed, it came to a gear who got a kick away towards centre wing. Front and centre, this is the big man White. Kicks up to full forward, Nash to fly from behind. Oh, he presents well, but he can't always hang on to the footy. He's got a sore arm too from that stoush with Markey over here on the wing. It'll come straight back in through Klein. Mark wasn't taken. The Canadians calling for free kick that isn't forthcoming. Reynolds fed it out. Graham to Brassington. In fact, that is Hewitt. And his handball has been taken away by David Adiang.
Game's just gone up a notch here, boys.
It has. It's getting willing out there. Adiang's been solid for the Chiefs across a half-back line, but it's Canada now to try and work the ball back. They go wide. It dribbles out. Centre wing, Royal Parade side here.
Yeah, it has gone absolutely up a notch here. The crowd getting involved here as well. Actually, a pretty good crowd here, which is fantastic to see, but a lot to play for. Only 1 quarter left for a lot of these guys.
So Jeremiah and White. It's White reads the ball better. It drops short. So Canada to clear from that stoppage on the wing. And they'll mark that through Loosemore. Loosemore plays on quickly. Not the best option. The umpire says that's holding the ball. So the Chiefs, I think, through a Dang. He's been a ripper there across the half-back line. He tries to play on quickly.
No
but
advantage.
The umpire
No
will
advantage.
call
It's coming
that
back.
So Loosemore there. The Canadian ruckman caught holding the ball.
He's probably lucky because Adiang was going to be run down from behind by Loosemore, who was buttering up to try and make up for his effort. He was really putting in the big ones to get hold of Adiang.
So Adiang handball to Wadabu, who kicks the ball down towards the Chiefs' half-back line, but it is McDonald who gathers handballs here. So Canada work the ball back across the wing. So against the breeze, just kicking the ball short. That's smarter play there from Canada North Wind. That's how they need to move the ball. So they play on now through Lund, that is, who kicks a long ball down towards Nash, who is just outnumbered there from the Chiefs. Smart play from the Chiefs there.
Yep. Been impressed with Nauru's patience, especially in this last few minutes. When they get the ball in their back line, they're not rushing it. They know what the time of game is. Really good game sense for them holding the footy up and taking some of the sting out of it.
Really good understanding of structures and that, don't they? Mike Aspel kicks it back forward for Canada. Towards the forward 50 it goes. Tassini was beaten for it. Out towards the wing it goes. Bridges dispossessed. Over the line for a throw-in. Nick Liang receiving treatment from the trainer in front of us as well. I think he's copped a knock to the head, so he's...
They might only be down to a couple on the bench, I think, at the moment.
Yeah,
with a few players injured.
Yeah,
Can't actually see across, but
two. I reckon there's only two
Yep.
in. There's one with the jacket on further down the interchange. So I've only got Brassington and Duggan here that could be available to go back on the ground. Kick towards the forward pocket. Here is... It was Tassini who was dispossessed, bombed out of defence, back with the flight of the ball. It's a good mark taken by Aspel.
So Aspel now on the wing. That breeze has just dropped off slightly, but Canada again going long. Ball drops short, and the umpire will have a free kick here to the Nauru Chiefs. So they'll go short. Patient kick. Good one to Grunger, who plays on quickly. So the Chiefs now inside forward 50. Good long ball with the breeze. And the umpire's paid another free kick here to Canada Northwind.
And Clay Lund coming off with an injury as well for Canada, so they might not have any troops left for the final game on Friday.
The umpire's called 25 as well, I think.
Yeah,
bit of a penalty.
push after the mark is the signal.
I'm not too sure which player it was, but the Nauru player went up and didn't really make an impact on the contest, so hence the free kick to the Northwind team.
He's certainly not comfortable at all, is Clay Lund, as he's made his way to the bench. They might be down to 2 now because Chris Bork has taken the jacket off and gone onto the field for the Canadians. As we see the North Wind move towards half forward.
Again,
How strong is that back
they've
line?
been good on that back line these last 5 minutes.
They've given nothing all day, the half back line for Nauru. This is Klein, who was a little bit crude in his attack on the football there, and he gave away the free kick to, I think that's Nigo Halangi. No, it's actually As the Halungi's in front of us, it is Richmond Spanner.
That was fantastic, boys. I don't know
What
if
a
you caught
bullet
that,
pass that
but
was.
The most impressive thing was he was patient. He didn't rush the footy. He looked around for his options, held it up, and then hit a leading target in, I think that is Didier for Nauru. So really good play from Nauru. Had the patience and awareness to hit up a short target.
You could say he unbolted the defence there, Spanner. So a shot on goal from outside the 50 from Dedenang. I think it's 45 anyway. He's given it a good ride. Look at that! Great kick by Dedenang from outside the stripe. And that is a goal to Nauru. Dedenang has his first, adds his name to the list. And the margin, with just 2 minutes to go, has blown out now to 32 points.
Outstanding play from Nauru. Really good quarter from them so far, as we spoke about in the half back line, being able to take those marks, but actually not just rush the footy forward, then actually look up and look for actually leading targets and be able to switch the footy. They've just been, in times like that, in crucial moments, they've just been a bit smarter.
So Tatum and White, good contest. No one's 50-50 ball here. Tatum follows up his ruck work. Well done. The Chiefs work it across the half-back line. They've been running off the half-back line well, but it's Canada now who's steady on the wing. Short little chip kick. Spoiled there, but Loose Moore will take the mark across the half-forward line. He plays on quickly. Kicks the ball inside their forward 50. Nash can't quite gather. The Chiefs have got the numbers again. They've held up well across this half-back line, the Chiefs, and here they go. They're out now. So it is Halungi on the half-back line. He plays on quickly, not going to waste time. Short little kick down the wing to Moses. Jeez, he's had a good game, Moses. He plays on quickly, swings around onto the left, kicks inside there, forward 50. Can't quite mark the ball and gathers there from Depani. He kicks a little handball out. The ball spills free, and there we go. There we have it. The Chiefs are home.
Yeah, they are. They were too good basically all day. Canada controlled a fair whack of the first quarter, but were unable to get their reward on the scoreboard. And from there, the class, the composure and the pace of the Nauru Chiefs just managed to wear them down. And also basically the walking wounded of Canada, already missing Jim Ortell today, their star captain and player. And they've ended up battered and bruised at the end of it, as well as beaten. A very good performance by the Nauru Chiefs. They win it by 32 points, 8-8-56 to the Canada North Wind, who failed to score in the last quarter, finishing on 3 goals, 6-24. Goal scorers for Nauru, 8 single goal scorers. Jeremiah Cam, Donatello Moses, Sean Kemp Markey, Kaizen Tatum, Ken Oppenheimer, Richmond Spanner, Jose Wepper, and Bronco Dedenang with a long shot with a minute or so to go in the game. For Canada, just their 3 goals, Adam Nash, Kyle Graham, and Mike Aspel. Nish Moses, a pretty comprehensive performance by Nauru to square their ledger at 2 wins and 2 losses.
Definitely, Brendan. As you said, it was a really good contest. I thought the score didn't reflect how close Canada was as well. I think they had a lot of the footy. They managed to use it well. Just probably lacked a bit of class moving the footy into their forward line and being able to take those big contested marks. So overall, great game by both countries, I thought, and Nauru just really, really good, as we spoke about, off the half-back line, being able to maintain that pressure and slowed the game down in crucial moments and be able to switch the footy at crucial moments as well was the key decider, I think. But overall, great game by both countries. And Canada, I think, as you said, Brendan, had a couple of injuries, which obviously didn't help, and an injury to their captain, Jim, definitely doesn't help as well. So they fought really hard up until the final buzzer, and even in that last quarter, they had the opportunities going in. They just couldn't capitalise at certain moments. But overall, really good game. How'd you see it playing out, Zave?
Yeah, I thought Nauru Chiefs just played the conditions better. They played that short kick game. Canada obviously had the height, but the conditions just didn't suit the tall timber today. So I thought Nauru just moved the ball relatively skillfully with the short kick, possessed the ball, and I thought that was smart by them.
It was definitely great to see a lot of goal kickers for Nauru as well. They didn't rely on a couple of players. A lot of different players came up and actually contributed, which is always fantastic to see in footy, and it's what you really try and strive for. So, and they're big forwards, they're big tools up forward, managed to really make an impact as well. So overall, great game.
And that result certainly ensures that Nauru will make the 5v6 playoff on Friday, with Great Britain playing Fiji a little bit later on today, one of those teams will move into that game against Nauru on Friday. Unless, of course, I was going to say if the USA or Papua New Guinea were beaten and dropped enough percentage to fall below Nauru, although I can see on their far side of the ground, it is a pretty comprehensive performance. The USA are leading France at the moment by 57 points, so they'll be having a very big win to build their percentage up to potentially seal a spot in the grand final. We'll keep an eye on that as the game goes on. But Nauru into the 5-6 game. Canada find themselves in the 7-8 game on Friday, unless, of course, South Africa can pull an upset against Papua New Guinea later on today, which is going to be our next game.
Yep.
In a few minutes' time. We'll have a bit of a break, and we'll be back with you for that second game in about 15 minutes' time. It will be Papua New Guinea, the third-placed Papuans, the Mosquitoes, taking on the Lions from South Africa. For Nish Moses and Xavier Maloney, this is Brendan Rhodes saying, see you later from Game 1 of Round 4. Nauru Chiefs 8-8-56 defeated the Canada North Wind 3-6-24.